Hey guys! Today I came to talk about a much discussed topic, and I came to give my humble opinion. Okay, first I'm going to talk about what this topic is that you're probably curious about, right? Does Michael Jackson need a defense after he's dead? In my opinion, I think it depends, because sometimes you need to defend Michael. It's not just that he's dead that he doesn't deserve to have his name honored. Michael Jackson was a kind, caring and sweet man, unlike many men I know or have heard of. Many people say that it is ridiculous to create tags that say that Michael Jackson is innocent of all the accusations he suffered. But I say that it is absolutely right to create tags, videos, photos that show Michael's innocence even though he is dead. This is also very necessary to show that this shouldn't happen again. Michael Jackson didn't deserve this. We Michael fans love reliving memories of him so that we feel like he's still here, even though he isn't. I have come to a straightforward conclusion on this matter, that Michael Jackson needs to defend the honor of his life and his name. After his death, Michael Jackson was ridiculed by many people, such as the dolls that people created, called Ayuki horror games, showing that he is scary, which is ridiculous. Many famous people talk bad about him behind his back, whereas when he was alive, he defended him. For example, the case of Wade Robson, a boy that Michael used to walk, play with, etc. Wade, years after Michael's death, decided to claim that Michael had sexually abused him, even though years earlier he had defended Michael in 2 trials. Another example is at Michael's own funeral. Michael's security guards reported to the police that before Michael died, he went without calls on his phone for months, without anyone calling him, talking to him, or visiting him. At Michael's funeral, many people who didn't even know him went there and cried a lot. I think this is a huge falsehood. In 2019, they created a game called Escape the Ayuki, which was obviously created for the character Ayuki to be Mr. Michael Jackson. The game consists of you running away from the Ayuki character, without making any noise. The game asks for the authorization of the microphone to hear you. Here's what the logo looks like more specifically. Escape the Ayuki Horror Fort is a horror simulation game where players will find themselves fleeing from a monstrous creature called Ayuki. Trapped inside the mysterious Jackson mansion, you must find a way to escape before Ayuki catches up with you. The game is all about running and hiding in different corners of the mansion in order to survive. Escape the Ayuki Horror Fort will have your heart racing and your sweat dripping with how scary all the gameplay is. But what is Ayuki? Here's another article to explain. The game is inspired by a famous creepypasta entitled Michael Jackson, which features an animatronic model of the late Michael Jackson, who was designed to look disturbingly weird. If you're familiar with the tale or have seen the ghoul version of Jackson, then you already have an idea of what kind of monster awaits you. If you haven't seen Michael Jackson yet, you're in for a scary surprise. It's obvious that this game is for Michael Jackson, a huge disrespect in my opinion. In addition, Michael was known by his haters as Wacko Jacko. The nickname Jacko has been used to name monkeys since the 19th century, and has its roots in the story of Jacko Macaco. The tabloids started calling him Wacko Jacko, which means crazy monkey, an extreme case of racism. Michael had commented in an interview that he hated this nickname, and that his name was Michael Jackson, not Wacko Jacko. But obviously nobody respected Michael's request. Before we finish the video, I'm going to answer a few questions. Gabi, was Michael Jackson's whitening caused by disease? Yes, Michael Jackson had vitiligo and lupus, 2 diseases that can affect the skin. The former changes pigmentation from dark to light, while the latter forms red patches on the face. Gabi, did Michael Jackson sleep with an oxygen tank? This was one of the most famous rumors surrounding the singer's routine. He was supposedly only able to sleep with the aid of an oxygen tank. In fact, Michael Jackson himself invented the lie to promote the 3D science fiction short film Captain EO 1986, directed by Francis Ford Coppola and written by George Lucas. Gabi, was Michael Jackson asexual? At least that's what some women who allegedly had sex with Michael say. His ex-wife, Lisa Marie Presley, said more than once that the couple's sex was very hot. Gabi, did Michael Jackson die without a nose? Ed Winter, a Los Angeles County expert, denied the rumor after having access to the King of Pop's autopsy. The rumors are false. People like to say that he had this wax nose that he took off at night and put on in the morning. And, it's not true, he revealed, according to the Washington Post. Unfortunately, people don't seem to believe that Michael Jackson is dead. They keep creating conspiracy theories about it, saying that his body is preserved in a laboratory, or that he didn't die and that he came to Brazil, or saying that his daughter, Paris, posted a photo on Instagram with Michael in the car. This is totally disrespectful and untrue. Michael Jackson is unfortunately gone, and we all know it. We have to accept the